everyone, Daniel from Evolve North here. Today we are going to be brewing with a V60. So step one, what we're going to do is rinse our paper. It's really important to do this because it gets rid of the starch and the flavour that comes with the paper before you start brewing. What I'm also going to do with the paper is fold the edge across just so it opens up a bit cleaner. Pop your paper in your V60 and then pour some water over the top. Make sure the paper is completely saturated before progressing to your brew. Now that we've rinsed our paper, I'm going to pop it back onto our carafe. I'm going to turn my scales on and tear it off. So the recipe I'm using today is 15 grams of coffee in over 250 mils of water. And we're going to be doing it in 3 pours. So I'm tearing my scales off again. What I'm going to do is flatten out the bed before we start pouring. Okay, so the first pour I'm going to do is called the bloom, and I'm going to do 50 mils of water and let the coffee saturate. So I start my timer, make sure I'm teared off, and we're just going to do 50 mils of water and saturate the bed of coffee. We're going to let that bloom for around 30 to 40 seconds or until all of the water has started to dissipate. Now the next pour we are going to do is 100 mils, and that's going to be over the course of 30 seconds. So we're making sure that we're getting a nice even pour over the bed and bring our total millage up to 150. Now it's key when you're pouring to make sure that you have a nice even stream coming out of your kettle so that you are in full control for the entire pour. Letting the water go through the ground coffee nice and evenly. If you find that the water is starting to go through and hit the bottom of the coffee, it's time to start filling it up again. So I'm on it almost 1 minute 30 now, which means it's time for our last pour. So I'm doing another 100 mils. I'm making sure I'm getting the coffee around the edges of your paper, finishing in the center. And now we just wait. All right, so we've finished our brew. We are going to take our V60 off the top. And what we're going to do is just grab our carafe, give it a few swirls to loosen it up a little bit. And now we're ready to pour. Now we're done.